to kind of begin. And so let's begin with you, Miss Nancy. What are you grateful for this morning?
Well, I was watching reality homesteading shows last night where people have to pump their own water and build solar panels for electricity. So I guess I'm grateful that I'm in this space that's fully stocked. I have a library, I have garden seeds, I have electricity, water. It's pretty comfortable. It's getting boring, but it's comfortable. So I have to be grateful for that.
That's true. Thank you, Nancy. And Mr. Yoken, what are you grateful for? So good to see you.
Yeah, I'm very grateful that I had a safe trip and I'm made it home safely without any problems, and I had a wonderful time. Very grateful.
And thank you so much for sharing your journeys. I love it. Thank you so much. And Miss Sue. Oh, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I will send you all a summary, like a photo story. I will finish it the weekend. I promise.
Oh, take your time. You should enjoy. You know, we create our own deadlines. Nobody has a deadline for us.
I know.
Absolutely. And Miss Sue, what are you grateful for this morning?
Well, my daughter and her family came home last weekend, which has been amazing because we didn't have to be quarantined from each other. And so tonight we're invited to their house for Shabbat dinner, which I'm very grateful for. And my big news is that today I finally crossed Beverly Road, which means that I left my block by foot, and I managed to walk an additional half block. The blocks here are very, very long, and I'm just looking to walking more every day and hopefully feeling better every day. So I'm pretty grateful for that. Thank you for asking.
I'll tell you, these landmarks, as we're on our healing journey, are major. You know, just getting, you know, at the end of the block, I think it's fantastic. Going to the next block, I think that's major. That's major. Congratulations. And Miss D, what are you grateful for this morning? You have to unmute D.
Okay, sorry about that.
Okay, D, I can hear you.
Again, I'm grateful for this. Can you hear me?
Yes,
okay, I guess I'm grateful for the beach. Okay, the beach I have near me, I'm grateful for. It's like being able to escape to another country or another planet. So I'm really thankful for that, even though I probably won't be going this weekend, the holiday weekend. It's, you know, I'm very spoiled now. I can't have anybody closer than 300 yards to me. I can stay away. So if anybody's close to that, I feel like I'm being encroached upon. But I know I'm really spoiled. So I'm very, very thankful. I really needed it.
Thank you.
Again, you know, redundant, but it's a miracle. Yeah, I'm very thankful.
Miracles, magic and miracles, right? Magic
yes.
And miracles. Absolutely.
Yes.
And Miss Leticia, what are you grateful for today? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you all. I am grateful for this wonderful circle because even though I wasn't there yesterday and I thought, oh no, I missed the woo-woo thing, but then I saw Nancy's cocktail, and this morning I saw Johan's fantastic pictures, which are linked to Rita Hubert, who was born near there. And I think this is such a smooth flowing chi. It's really, really interesting, and it's really, really wonderful. And in French, we would say, ça nous porte. So I don't know how to say it in English, but it's as if ça nous porte. So it means almost carries us, and it gently just sort of cradles us if we wish. So I'm happy for that, and happy to see that Melissa is here today, and we haven't heard her in a long time. So it's just this nice rhythm. So I'm really grateful for that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, Melissa, what are you grateful for this morning?
I'm grateful that I woke up this morning to see this beautiful day. It's so nice and sunny here. And I'm very grateful, deeply grateful to all of you for holding the space for me while I've been away. And it's great to be here today.
Oh, that's sweet.
And
And
to be with all of
go ahead.
you.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? I'm sorry. I interrupted you.
No, I was just saying that I'm so grateful for all of you for holding the space for me.
Absolutely. We're holding space for you and for many other people who obviously can't be here, but we're also holding space for them too. And Miss Linda Boney, what are you grateful for this morning?
Grateful to be here with everybody. And I had to go to the DMV yesterday, and I was in and out in half an hour. I had to renew my license. So after a year and a half of putting it off, I finally did it. It feels good to have it. So it's a relief. So I'm very happy for them. Grateful I took care of it.
Well, congratulations. You got your DMV stated. That's great. That's a landmark in itself, going to the DMV.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And Miss Ann Beth, what are you grateful for today?
Good morning, good evening, as it were. I am grateful for Nancy and her inimitable research talents. Thank you, Nancy. And I'm grateful that Johan is home safely and he had an amazing trip. And I'm grateful Sue is taking great strides in her walk of success. And for everyone, just thank you for being here and having me a part of it.
We're very pleased that you're part of it. And Miss Lee, oh, I'm sorry. Miss Lee, what are you grateful for today? The upcoming holiday weekend.
Hi, every day seems the same to me, so was it a holiday? Welcome back. At least when people are able to come in and out and then join back in. The fantastical storms we had last night, thunder, lightning, and to wake up to just complete blue sky, and it's so beautiful and just feels so cleansed. I'm grateful for that, but I'm also grateful for the fact that I figured something out, because I wasn't getting all the pictures through my emails of that everyone's been posting. And what was happening, I was getting some emails, but a lot were going into my spam folder. And so I had to figure that out. So now I have access to see, and there's a lot to catch up on, and I'm not often on my computer. But Jokan, I was only just seeing pictures you posted a while ago of your trip, and I actually have a BFA in photography, and I love traveling and exploring and pictures. So I feel that we got to join you on this 3-week trip, and I thank you for that, and I look forward to reading what you posted and had written, but thank you so much. I'm happy that we were there with you.
That's sweet. That's sweet. And Miss Heather, what are you grateful for today?
I'm grateful actually where we live. I have not been grateful during the whole pandemic. I've been a little jealous of people that have nature and swimming pools and beaches and wildlife and have just wanted to get out of the city. And for the first time, I felt grateful for all the excitement that I see just looking out our front window. So we've seen a police chase, we've seen a fire, we've seen a guy pooping, a guy peeing. We've seen drug deals. We've seen construction. We've seen people moving. We've seen somebody eating pizza in the rain, or we see birds, and we do have a tree that we see. So I felt for the first time really grateful for everything we do see out our front window. And I'm never bored.
Uh, and I'm grateful for all of us. And I just want to echo Leticia. We have a lovely circle here. I mean, it's very special, very special. And I'm very grateful for our circle. And yes, you know, even though Melissa hasn't been here, Leticia has been out for a couple of days, but somehow we're still somehow kind of connected. And yes, I truly enjoyed Johan's bicycle trip going through the country and seeing, you know, lighthouses and all the water and, you know, and seeing butterflies coming out from all different places. Actually, I just got a text from a friend of ours, Regina, and she loves David Matthews Band. And what's on the cover of the David Matthews Bands for tonight? Butterflies. And she kind of made a comment, oh, you're talking about butterflies. Here's butterflies. So here's butterflies, you know, on the cover of the David Matthews, you know, poster, which is, you know, for tonight's concert, you know. So, you know, talk about all of these, you know, coincidences or all this chi energy of, you know, of fun energy. So I'm just grateful for our group, you know, of kind of creating this, you know, talk about this umbrella of chi, and even though it's contained, but it's so expansive, you know, talk about the yin and the yang. So anyway, so I thought I kind of continue our woo-woo conversations, and I picked up In This Very Life, and I opened up to this chapter, which actually I have to say was very interesting, which I thought I would kind of read a little bit about it, then we have a little discussion, and then, this is about cutting through the ultimate reality. So, you know, here we are, talk about, you know, our transcendental experiences versus our mundane experiences. And so this is, of course, through this Buddhist approach. And so they were talking about Vipassana meditation. And Vipassana meditation is where you kind of really it's a type of meditation. So Vipassana meditation can be seen as a process of developing certain positive mental factors until they are powerful enough to dominate the state of the mind quite continuously. These factors are called the controlling faculties, and they are 5 in number: faith, effort or energy, mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom. Especially in an intensive retreat setting, proper practice developed strong and durable faith, powerful effort, deep concentration, penetrative mindfulness, and the unfolding of more and more profound insight or wisdom. This final product, intuitive wisdom, or pana, as they call it, is the force in the mind that cuts rough into the deepest truth about reality. So here we are talking about the reality of our lives now, this pandemic, you know, this COVID. How is this affecting our quality of life? And thus, so it cuts. So the intuitive wisdom is the force in the mind that cuts rough into the deepest truth about reality, and thus berates us from ignorance and its results. And the results is of suffering, delusion, and all forms of unhappiness. So what are you unhappy during this course of the pandemic? Are you unhappy because we can't go out and get a piece of pizza as the usual way? We can't go to Broadway. We can't, go to Central Park and sit, with our friends, in a blanket, on the same blanket. We have to be, quote unquote, 6 feet apart. So then it continues. For this development to occur, however, the appropriate causes must be present. 9 causes lead us to the growth of the controlling faculty. So this is the concept about control, and it's listed here. The first cause is attention directed toward the impermanence of all objects of consciousness. The second is the attitude of care and respect in our meditation practice. The third is maintaining an unbroken continuity of awareness. The fourth cause is the environment that supports meditation. The fifth is remembering circumstance of behavior that have been helpful in past meditation practice so that one can maintain or recreate these conditions, especially when difficulties may arise. The sixth is cultivating the qualities of mind that lead toward enlightenment. The seventh is the willingness to work intensely in meditation practice. The eighth is patience, perseverance in the face of pain and other obstacles. And the ninth and the last cause for the development of controlling faculties is a determination to continue practicing until one reaches the goal of liberation. So I'm just gonna, this is my interpretation. What is liberation? Is liberation our quality of life? And what is that in relationship to where we are? So I thought I'd throw that out, for reflection, and I thought we, have a little time for discussion for that. I'm just going to unmute everybody. And just, wave your hand and just share some thoughts or some, revelations.
Is liberation the same as liberty?
Liberation could be the same as liberty, or liberty is freedom. Liberation is free. Liberation is, so in a way that could be a discussion itself. What is your definition of what liberation is, especially in terms of what we're experiencing together in a pandemic?
I think it's interesting because many days I ask God or the universe to give me a sign or let me know what I need to know for the day, and I go and I look out the window, and it may be as simple as a truck driving by with a word on it. And lately, liberty has been coming. I've seen liberty out my window like 3 or 4 times in the last couple of weeks.
Nice.
RD, if I may.
Please, Leticia.
When I was listening to you, and as sometimes Nancy says, something popped up, and I think it's Nancy, anyways. And liberation, I think, comes for me also when I am able to see an issue from another perspective. And I think this brings a sense of liberty to expand the way I can look at things, and then the way I can feel them, the way I can perceive them, and the way I can go beyond them. So instead of looking at, for example, my husband who's very tired, and instead of seeing him just like this, he's very tired, then I can see him that, okay, it's not just because of this or because of that, we can bring it this way, and we can sort of change the energy, my energy or whatever. So it creates a flow, and this liberation is the flow that it's not stuck anymore. It can go through meandering paths or help me, go beyond my perception and beyond my difficulty. So I think for me, this is what came up with this in this very life.
Oh, thank you for sharing. That's a wonderful example. Right. Talk about how our mind, how we perceive the situation, but if we just change our mind a little bit or a different perspective, then we're liberated, or we have a whole different way of feeling that lightens us, or to kind of free us literally.
Exactly.
Nancy.
Last night I was taking a Zoom class with my Sifu, and he was teaching us joint locks and controlling people and grabbing and holds and things like that. And it's very interesting. He said people don't like to be controlled. They all want freedom. They all want to be free. And what he was saying is when you want to be free, you can't expand and get big and blow out into the universe. First, you have to get very small and contain your energy before you can work around how to break free and have that freedom. And it was purely kung fu applications. It had nothing to do with spiritual stuff, but it was all, if you want your freedom, you first have to look inside, you have to get small, you have to be contained. And when you're sure of the energy, then you can burst forth and have your freedom. If I could find the little clip, I'll send it to you.
Oh,
good.
thank you, Nancy. That's, talk about literally the yin and yang, the yin part. If you can really enhance the yin part, then your yang part will actually be balanced in a whole different perspective. I mean, that's another.
That's great.
Anyway, and Beth.
Liberation, the first thing that popped into my mind was being free of attachments. Being attached to a certain result, or being attached to a way things should go. Just letting it be, and just take things as they come. I don't know, it's hard for me to explain, but it's just being free of a set, anything set.
Expectations.
Does anybody know what I mean?
Yes.
I do.
I can't explain it.
That was the second part of his lesson. He said he can teach us all the forms, he can teach us all these applications, he could teach us all the basics, but in reality, you never know what's coming. So you have to be willing to change and not be stuck on using what he taught us. So he said the only way it works is if you're willing to change and lose your balance in order to gain better balance. So you have to be flexible.
Right.
That's great. Thank you.
Sue. Please, Sue. Oh, yeah. Well, hold it. You have to unmute.
Muted us.
Okay.
I feel like liberty and its subsequent liberation are a state of mind. It's, for me, I think it's maybe about how I internalize something, the world around me, whatever, and whether I allow it to, as Nancy was saying, to kind of take hold, right? But and also the way Beth was talking about that whole notion of attachment.
Mm-hmm.
So I totally understood what you were getting at. I feel that when our mind is empty and without thought of really anything, so that we're in this very neutral space, and so whatever comes at us, we're dealing with it from a neutral space, that then can walk us toward our liberation. That's it. That's all I want to say.
Well, go ahead, Annabeth. Go ahead. Oh, anyway, well, I'm sure we can continue on with this conversation or discussion, but maybe we should take some time to kind of, do our meditation before we get zoomed off. Anyway, but we can continue, sure, tomorrow or, whatever. Anyway, so I'm going to mute everybody, mute all, and so let's just relax and just breathe. And actually, let's do the Zhongtian movement to begin. So have our hands in a prayer position and just relax. Feel your feet patted onto the floor. Clear our minds. And let's imagine this beautiful golden cord of energy all along the central channel bodies, connecting up to the heavens and down into Mother Earth. And open your palms and just blow into it. Whew! And just blow out your anxieties, your angers, your fears, this unliberated feeling. And close your palms and just release. So just release to the universe all of these energies and have your left palm float up and your right palm floats onto your lap, and just gently, gently caress the front channel of our body, and just welcome the left palm on top of your right palm and your thumbs touching lightly together into the heart calming mudra. And just breathe and relax. And let's begin our time with the ringing of the bells. And just continue breathing gently in and out, and just relax. And this is the Zheng Tian Yi Qi, our sitting meditation. Our left hand on top of our right hand, our thumbs touching lightly together. And the thumbs signify the harmony of our world, the harmony within ourselves. And the shape of our hands form the shape of our hearts. And just breathe in and breathe out and relax. And if you want to gently readjust yourself, please do so. My arms are now just going out like the butterfly, the monarch butterfly, black and orange wings, open up to the skies, floating. And just choose the positions that's whatever's comfortable for you. And just relax our heads, relax our necks, our shoulders. Just release all those responsibilities, all of those things on our to-do list, and just be here and just relax. Relax our arms, our wings, our palms. Relax our hearts, and should be grateful for our hearts. Be grateful for our health. Relax the lower dantian, located between the solar plexus and the sit bones. It's also known as the elixir fields, the lower dantian. Just relax. And physically relax your hips, your thighs, your knees, your legs. Even relax your ankles and your feet and your little toes. Just relax. Sitting here, it's just so natural. And only when we are clear, empty, we will experience peace and inner tranquility, a loving heart. And just breathe and relax. And bring our attention to our hearts. filled with gratitude. And our hearts is filled with healthy chi energies. And it's just emanating to all of the cells of our body. And if there's any discomfort in our body, just relax and just welcome. Welcome this healthy chi energy, purple light energy, filled with wisdom, filled with love, filled with the support of our circle. Relax and breathe. And let's each of us find a beautiful place that uplifts your spirits. Whether it's just sitting on the sands of the ocean, on the beach, looking at the moon, or maybe just sitting at the North Sea with the lighthouse in the distance, or just sitting in the fields of colorful flowers surrounded by butterflies. And for myself, I just love sitting in my gazebo on the side of the mountain, overlooking the meandering river below, and the treetops in the distance, and the mountains. And let's just breathe and relax. And let's enjoy the silence. And gently, gently come back. Bring our attention to our hearts. And our heart's just sitting on a beautiful lotus flower on cool, calm waters, the waters of life. And our hearts getting stronger, expansive, filled with purple light, filling our lantern on the lighthouse. And our lighthouses are acupuncture needles all around the globe. And each of us share our light of hope, of harmony, of liberation. Share with our smiles. Share with the certainty that all will be well. Yes, our life has changed, but let's embrace these changes. We are free. We're happy. We can do anything we want. Now let's gently, gently take our hands And bring our hands surrounding our hearts, just very lightly, easily, in a very comfortable position. And we've gathered this energy from the universe, and now it's gathering within ourselves. And that is the most important aspect about our gathering together, is to support ourselves. We need to take care of ourselves first. Energize, filled with love, chi. And when our containers are filled with this beautiful purple light energy, strong, trusting, with clear visions, we can then comfort others, help others. But enjoy this chi circulating within ourselves, filled with good, healthy chi energy from our hearts. Now let's bring our hands together into prayer mudra and just relax and just breathe. And I'm going to close with the ringing of the bells of hope. Om Mani Padme Om, Om Mani Padme Om, Om Mani Padme Om. Om Mani Padme Om, Om Mani Padme Om, Om Mani Padme Om. Om Mani Padme Om, Om Mani Padme Om, Om Mani Padme Om. Om Mani Padme Om. The 6 true words, welcoming. Happy Chi, happy Friday, and just enjoy this beautiful day. And just rub your hands together. Wake up the chi, gently caress your face. Tap, 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 lower jaw, around your eyes. Tap, tap, tap your forehead. Do a little tap dance, tap your head, rub your ears. Tap, tap, tap your wings on each side. Your sternum, tap your heart with gentleness. So I can't believe it. It's going to be a holiday weekend. I mean, here in America. And